Imagine waking up every morning with a clear vision of the life you want to create. You're full of energy, ideas flowing, and every step you take feels intentional. But here's the truth. Most young entrepreneurs start with excitement and motivation, only to find themselves lost, overwhelmed, or frustrated within months. Why? Because success is not just about working hard or chasing money. It's a philosophy, a mindset, a way of living. Jim Rohn, one of the greatest personal development mentors, taught that success is predictable. He didn't promise shortcuts. He taught principles that anyone could follow. Today I want to share with you the philosophy of success, the mindset, the habits and the lessons that can transform a young entrepreneur into a visionary leader. If you watch this video till the very end, you'll gain insights that could save you years of trial and error, helping you build your business, your brand, and most importantly, yourself. Stay with me, because the 5 lessons I'm about to share might just change the trajectory of your life. Lesson 1. Success starts with self-discipline. The bedrock of any monumental achievement is not found in a sudden stroke of luck or a fleeting moment of genius, but in the quiet, consistent application of self-discipline. It is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, the invisible force that compels an individual to choose what they want most over what they want right now. Without this internal regulatory system, talent becomes a disorganized mess and opportunity is squandered. Self-discipline is essentially the ability to manage the 3 most precious resources any human possesses: time, emotions, and energy. When you master these, you master your destiny. When you neglect them, you become a slave to your impulses and the whims of the world around you. Managing your time is the most visible form of discipline. Every person is granted the same 24 hours, yet the disparity in what people produce within those hours is staggering. Discipline means treating time as a finite currency that must be invested rather than spent. It involves the rigorous prioritization of tasks, the courage to say no to distractions, and the stamina to see a project through to its conclusion even when the initial excitement has evaporated. It is the habit of showing up when you don't feel like it, working when others are resting, and maintaining a schedule that serves your long-term vision rather than your short-term comfort. Equally critical is the management of emotions. A person without emotional discipline is like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by every wave of frustration, anger, or fear. Success requires a level of stoicism, the ability to remain centered when things go wrong and humble when things go right. It means not letting a bad morning ruin a productive day or allowing a momentary setback to spiral into a season of defeat. Emotional discipline allows you to process feedback without ego, endure criticism without resentment, and maintain the grit necessary to persevere through the dip that inevitably follows the start of any worthwhile venture. Energy management is the 3rd pillar of this foundation. Discipline extends to how you fuel your body, how much you sleep, and how you regulate your focus. You cannot sustain high-level output on a low-level lifestyle. The discipline to exercise, eat for performance, and disconnect for recovery ensures that when opportunity knocks, you actually have the physical and mental capacity to answer. It is a holistic commitment to excellence that recognizes that the mind cannot function at its peak if the body is neglected. By regulating your energy, you ensure that your focus is sharp and your resolve is unshakable during the hours that matter most. Ultimately, self-discipline is the highest form of self-love. It is the realization that by imposing structure on your life today, you are gifting yourself freedom tomorrow. It is not about deprivation or punishment. It is about the liberation that comes from knowing you are in control of your actions. When you develop the reputation with yourself that you will do what you say you will do, your self-confidence skyrockets. This internal trust becomes a reservoir of strength that you can draw upon in times of crisis. Success is not a destination you arrive at. It is a way of traveling, and self-discipline is the vehicle that makes the journey possible. Lesson 2. Invest in yourself. In the realm of finance, we speak often of the power of compound interest, but the most potent form of compounding occurs within the human mind. Investing in yourself is the only investment that is immune to inflation, market crashes, or theft. It is the process of deliberately increasing your intrinsic value through the acquisition of knowledge, the refinement of skills, and the expansion of your perspective. While physical assets depreciate, a well-cultivated mind appreciates with every passing year. This commitment to lifelong learning is the primary differentiator between those who plateau and those who continue to ascend throughout their careers. Reading is perhaps the most efficient way to invest in your intellectual capital. When you read a book, you are effectively downloading years or even decades of someone else's specialized experience into your brain in a matter of hours. It allows you to stand on the shoulders of giants, avoiding the pitfalls they encountered and adopting the strategies that led to their success. Whether it is technical literature, philosophy, or biographies of great leaders, reading widens the lens through which you view the world. It provides the vocabulary to articulate complex ideas and the frameworks to solve multifaceted problems that others find insurmountable. Beyond passive consumption, the active acquisition of skills is where your value becomes tangible. In a rapidly evolving economy, the half-life of many skills is shrinking. What made you successful 5 years ago may be obsolete today. Therefore, you must become a perpetual student, constantly looking for gaps in your expertise and filling them with deliberate practice. This might mean mastering a new technology, learning a second language, or developing soft skills like public speaking and negotiation. Each new skill you acquire acts as a force multiplier, making your existing talents more effective and opening doors that were previously locked. Mental and emotional growth are also vital components of self-investment. This involves seeking out experiences that challenge your existing worldviews and force you to think critically. It means attending seminars, engaging in deep conversations, and practicing mindfulness to understand the inner workings of your own thoughts. By investing in your mental health and cognitive agility, you become more resilient and adaptable. You learn how to learn, which is the ultimate meta skill. When you are equipped with the ability to rapidly synthesize new information and apply it creatively, you become an indispensable asset in any environment. The returns on self-investment are not always immediate, but they are inevitable. They manifest as higher earning potential, better decision-making, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. When you prioritize your growth, you send a signal to the world and to yourself that you are a person of value. This realization shifts your posture from one of seeking permission to one of creating opportunity. You stop waiting for the right time or the right person to save you, because you have built a foundation within yourself that can weather any storm and capitalize on any trend. You are your own greatest asset. Treat yourself accordingly. Lesson 3. Set clear goals. Vague desires lead to vague results. Many people spend their lives in a state of hoping for success, but hope is not a strategy. Setting clear, specific goals is the act of taking a nebulous dream and anchoring it into reality. It is the difference between a ship drifting aimlessly at sea and one that is locked onto a specific port with a calculated heading. Clear goals act as a filter for your attention. They tell your brain what to look for and what to ignore. In a world characterized by an overwhelming surplus of information and distraction, a well-defined goal is the ultimate tool for focus. The first step in effective goal setting is specificity. A goal to be successful or make more money lacks the crystalline clarity needed to trigger action. Instead, a goal must be measurable and time-bound. For example, I will increase my business revenue by 20% over the next 12 months by acquiring 5 new corporate clients. Provides a clear target. This specificity allows you to reverse engineer the process. You can break down a large, intimidating objective into daily and weekly actions. When the target is clear, your subconscious mind begins to work on the logistics, identifying the resources and steps required to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Actionable goals must also be written down. There is a psychological transformation that occurs when a thought is transferred from the mind to paper. It becomes a commitment, a contract with yourself. A written goal serves as a constant reminder of your why, providing the necessary motivation when the path becomes difficult. It allows you to track progress, which is essential for maintaining momentum. Small wins along the way provide the dopamine hits necessary to keep going. Without a way to measure progress, it is easy to become discouraged and lose sight of how far you have actually traveled. Furthermore, goals provide a sense of direction that prevents the squandering of energy. Human effort is like light. When it is diffused, it provides warmth, but when it is focused through a lens, it can cut through steel. By setting clear goals, you ensure that your daily efforts are cumulative rather than fragmented. You stop running in circles and start moving in a straight line toward a destination. This alignment of energy and focus creates a sense of purpose that permeates every aspect of your life. It turns busyness into productivity and ensures that your hardest work is actually moving the needle. However, setting goals is not a set-it-and-forget-it activity. It requires constant review and adjustment. As you grow and the environment changes, your goals may need to evolve. This does not mean abandoning your vision, but rather refining your tactics. The most successful individuals are those who are stubborn about their goals but flexible about their methods. They use their goals as a compass, not a cage. By maintaining a clear vision of the end state while remaining open to new ways of getting there, you create a dynamic tension that pulls you toward your future with irresistible force. Lesson 4. Surround yourself with the right people. Human beings are fundamentally social creatures, and we are deeply influenced by the social gravity of our environment. The old adage that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with is more than just a cliché. It is a sociological reality. Your peers, friends, and mentors shape your vocabulary, your risk tolerance, your work ethic, and even your expectations of what is possible. If you surround yourself with people who are complacent, cynical, or uninspired, their mindset will eventually become your own. Conversely, if you inhabit a circle of excellence, you will find yourself naturally rising to meet their standard. Choosing the right people means seeking out mentors who have already traveled the path you wish to take. A mentor provides a shortcut to wisdom, offering insights that can save you years of trial and error. They see the blind spots you cannot see and challenge the limiting beliefs you have accepted as facts. A good mentor doesn't just give you answers, they ask the difficult questions that force you to grow. They represent a living proof of what is achievable, stretching your imagination and raising the ceiling of your potential. Proximity to greatness breeds an understanding of the habits and mindsets that produce it. Beyond mentors, your peer group, the people you interact with daily, plays a vital role in your success. You need partners and friends who lift you higher, not those who pull you down to their level of comfort. These are individuals who celebrate your wins rather than resenting them, and who hold you accountable when you fall short of your own standards. A high-achieving peer group creates a healthy sense of competition and a support system that understands the unique pressures of striving for more. They provide a sounding board for your ideas and a source of collective intelligence that is far greater than your own. Surrounding yourself with the right people also involves the difficult task of pruning your social circle. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting off everyone from your past, but it does mean being intentional about who gets your time and energy. You must be wary of energy vampires, those who thrive on drama, negativity, and the discouragement of others. Protecting your mental environment is just as important as protecting your physical health. If a relationship consistently leaves you feeling drained, doubted, or diminished, it is an obstacle to your success. You cannot fly with eagles if you are scratching with the chickens. Ultimately, your network is your net worth, not just in financial terms but in terms of character and capability. When you surround yourself with people who inspire excellence, excellence becomes your new normal. You begin to adopt their high-performance habits by osmosis. You learn how they handle failure, how they negotiate, and how they maintain focus under pressure. This collective environment creates a mastermind effect, where the combined energy and creativity of the group propel every member forward. Choose your tribe with extreme care, for they are the architects of the environment in which your future self will be built. Lesson 5. Take responsibility for everything. The moment you accept total responsibility for everything in your life is the moment you reclaim your power. Most people spend a significant portion of their lives looking for someone or something to blame for their lack of progress. They blame the economy, their upbringing, their boss, or their bad luck. While it is true that external factors can be difficult, blaming them is a strategy for helplessness. When you blame an external factor, you are essentially saying that your happiness and success are dependent on things outside of your control. By taking 100% responsibility, you move from being a victim of circumstances to being the architect of your results. Taking responsibility means owning your failures just as much as your successes. When a project fails or a goal is missed, the instinctual response is to find an excuse. However, the disciplined mind looks inward and asks, What did I do or fail to do that contributed to this outcome? This radical honesty is the only way to learn. If the failure is someone else's fault, there is nothing for you to change. But if you own the failure, you gain the data necessary to improve. Every mistake becomes a lesson, and every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. You stop being afraid of making errors because you know you have the agency to fix them. This philosophy extends to your reactions to things you truly cannot control. You may not be responsible for a global pandemic or a sudden market shift, but you are entirely responsible for how you respond to those events. Responsibility is responsibility, the ability to choose your response. Do you pivot and find a new way to serve, or do you complain and wait for things to go back to normal? The successful individual realizes that while they cannot control the cards they are dealt, they have absolute control over how they play the hand. This shift in perspective transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth and innovation. Furthermore, taking responsibility eliminates the waiting mindset. Many people wait for the perfect conditions, the right permission, or a lucky break before they act. When you take responsibility, you realize that no one is coming to save you. If you want a better health, a better career, or better relationships, it is entirely up to you to create them. This realization can be daunting, but it is also incredibly liberating. It removes the ceiling placed on you by others and replaces it with a floor of your own making. You become proactive rather than reactive, taking decisive action to move toward your desired future regardless of the headwinds. In the end, taking responsibility is about integrity. It is about being a person of your word and standing by the consequences of your choices. It builds a sense of self-respect that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others. When you own your life, you stop living by default and start living by design. You recognize that your current situation is the sum total of your past choices, and your future situation will be the sum total of the choices you make today. This is the ultimate secret of success. The power to create your world lies not in the hands of fate, but in your own two hands. Own it, act on it, and never look back. The philosophy of success is simple but not easy. It's not about luck, inheritance, or quick wins. It's about mastering yourself, creating your path, and committing to lifelong growth. Jim Rohn taught that young entrepreneurs who understand these principles can shape their future intentionally instead of reacting to chance. Imagine where you could be in 5 years if you applied these lessons consistently, if you invested in yourself, built the right habits, and surrounded yourself with the right people. Every small decision you make today compounds over time, shaping your income, your freedom, and your legacy. Success isn't a distant dream, it's a practice, a daily habit, and a mindset you choose to adopt. And the earlier you start, the faster you grow, not just in wealth but in wisdom, confidence, and influence. So take these lessons, apply them daily, and watch how your entrepreneurial journey transforms. Remember, greatness is not reserved for a few, it is earned by those willing to learn, act, and persist. Begin today and your future self will thank you.